Yeah. All right, buddies. What is going on? Yeah. Dirty birds. Yes, sir. Rod Raymond. La Liz Hector Del Rio. Saludos es de Tijuana. That's right, de la cafetera. Look at that. He puts his little coffee cup up. It's been a minute, Vato. That's right. It's been a minute. Huh. It's been a minute, he said. Yeah, we're going to get into tonight about the MAYO and all his little secrets. How you guys like that video? Omar Castaneda, what's up, brother? Oh, shit. Alguien se mató. A la verga. Yeah, we're going to get into Don MAYO. The slickery of the slick. Huh. The man who's evaded prison. The man who's been able to weasel and finance his way out of just about any deal. He even turned in his own son. You know? Los chapitos no pueden con los rusos. No, I don't think they not this. I don't think they can't be with the rusos. I just think that it's you know, not to get off topic, but the chapitos have they've been screwed over by the government a couple times. And they should have learned with their dad, but I don't think they learned their lesson. You know what I mean? For some reason, the government has screwed them really good, man. Really good. And they're doing it to them again. They did it to their dad. Now they're doing it to them. You know what I mean? And it has a lot to do with their padrino, you know, Don MAYO. You know, at the end, that old man has had a treaty with the government since the beginning of time. You know, and the U.S., one thing about the U.S., they always love a dog they can control. You know, and the chapitos have shown that they're not very controllable. They're not very reliable. You know, and Don MAYO, you know, what can you say about him? He's been the ultimate, you know, pet for the U.S. for more than, I would say, about 45 years now. You know? Yeah, a lot of people know about that. A lot of people know about Federico Beltran. Well, he's actually been told to lay low key. You know what I mean? And those are some other guys that don't like the Chapos too, the Beltran Leyvas. Well, they don't like Don MAYO, and they sure as hell don't like the Chapos after they turned in Mochomo, you know, they weren't too hip on that, you know. Alfredito's just been staying in the background, but he got warned. Just to chillax, you know, enjoy life. You know, he was definitely warned. I'll tell you that much. I know that for a fact. I used to be in contact with one of their cousins, but I haven't talked to him in a while. You know, but he told me that, you know, as long as they stay low key, they were all right. You know, And they definitely have to stay low key. How'd you guys like that video I put out earlier? Yeah, they have family all in Riverside, Moreno Valley, Nuevo California. Yeah, Gordo's gonna be out pretty soon too. Yeah, Gordo Villarreal. That's another crazy fool right there too. I was a good pistolero for a while. Yeah, I got some family out there. What's up, Wolf Slayer and Chicas? I got some family in Chicas. Good old Chicas, home of the Cowboys. What's up, EDU? Yeah. You know, Don Mayo to me right now has more control of Tijuana than he had before. You know, a lot of people don't understand the control that old man has. You know, I'm gonna give you guys a little insight on him. He's been in Tijuana since I think '68, or at least working in Tijuana since '68. That was his hideout place for a long time. You know, when I visit Tijuana, and I haven't been there in a while, but I talk to my buddies who live there. You know, they always confirm to me how much control he has of TJ still. You know, a lot of people don't think that Don Mayo has a lot of control, but he sure does. A lot of people in Tijuana definitely fear him still, especially the older crowd. You know, the Ariano Felixes will always be there. You know, they're not like they've gone anywhere. He just downsized, but Don Mayo's always had control of that area. Now more than ever. You know, and you know, he's just been able to infiltrate himself so well. You know, so many people from Sinaloa moved to Tijuana. You know, it's a border state. They made their money there. They opened up businesses. They opened up graneros. They opened up welding businesses, concrete businesses, taco shops. You name it, they did it. You know, Don Mayo is I believe, one of the people who made the government go after Ovidio. You know, a lot of people don't know right now, but the Chapitos are putting a toca de noche kind of deal, kind of on the fentanyl. You know, the U.S. government went after them and said they were the fentanyl kings, which I think is a lie. You know, I don't think those guys are the fentanyl kings, but I think they had a big deal in the fentanyl. Most of all, I think that the Chapitos are getting a real bad deal right now. And Don Mayo knows definitely that if you get the government behind you, you can get rid of all these guys. And you know, it's just a matter of time. They got Ovidio. They got about 2 or 3 more brothers left, and the Mexican government's going after them. Oh yeah, wow. That's a person to meet. You know, Don Mayo, from my understanding, his deal with the government started so far back that, you know, not everyone can attribute to why it started. You know, and how it started, but they definitely had it started somehow. The government with Don Mayo is that they like him because he's someone that they're familiar with, somebody they've dealt with for a long time, and they definitely think that he's somebody of a trustworthy. You know, he's done so many things for the U.S. government. He's turned in so many great narcos that, you know, what can they say? He's been their number one go-to guy for years. No, I don't watch. You know what, John Gotti? I don't really watch a lot of those videos, man. I really don't, man. I don't watch a lot of the videos of the cartel gore and stuff like that. It's not my thing. You know? He says, I like it? Is that what you said? Yeah, the same guys. Guess I'm all fucked up, John Gotti. Nah, man. Vito Genovese. Well, Mr. Genovese, you know, all those guys, the Gambinos and all them, they, you know, I was talking to somebody the other day. Fernando Martinez, what's up, brother? M2 question. What's up? What's your M2 question? Says I got an M2 question. What happened with El Treble and Ensenada? His story's pretty easy what happened to him, man. You know, he started showing off the money he made. He had a dirty habit of always going to those you know, car rallies. People knew it everywhere. And, you know, they showed up. They almost got him, too. That's the crazy part. They almost got him. You know, Treble almost got. Not almost got. He got. Sorry to say that. I mean, not almost. He got. Flaquito's the one that almost got too. What happened to him too? He got backstabbed, man. Yeah. William Padilla, what's up? These guys need to humble themselves. Yeah, a lot of them do, John Gotti. A lot of them do. A lot of them do. A lot of them do. A lot of them have to humble themselves. I'm actually going to be making some videos now on some guys, so I heard they got El Nini. I heard the same thing too, but you know how Mexico is, man. You can't get a confirmation for nothing, brother. You know what I mean? It's hard to get a confirmation on anything that really happens in Mexico. Especially with these guys, man. Getting a confirmation is hard. Yeah, Hector, they were after Flaquito. That was one guy they wanted. Yeah. Well, John Gotti, it's been a while, man. I can't say it hasn't been a while, but I'm still here, brother. It's hard for them to get a meanie. I'll tell you that much. That kid is a smart kid. That is a smart kid. That's right, John Gotti. We rocking with you. He's a smart kid. Like Don Mayo's a smart guy, you know? I don't think they're ever... You know, my honest opinion is they'll never get Don Mayo. But the way he's going, ain't nobody gonna get him. You know, Fernando, a lot of those guys believe in a lot of things that ain't about the Lord, so... I wouldn't call them satanic, but they definitely believe in a lot of things that aren't of God. And, you know, I know someone that told me once that, and if it ain't about God, it's incorrect. The Magical Wand Show, that's right. What's up? I'm Amber Bueno. Yeah. Son Santaneros, which isn't of God. Yeah, that's exactly right, Wolf Slayer. That's exactly right. If you're one of those guys, you ain't with God, man. You know, and you know God's the right team. A lot of these guys, you know, pray to false gods, and it says in the Bible, "Thou shalt have no other gods besides me." And these guys definitely they definitely do the wrong thing, you know? Yeah, man. Looks like YouTube's trying to take me off. I almost lost connection right now. Almost lost connection. You know, that's, you know, there's even rumors that Don Mayo isn't even Mexican, that he's Cuban. You know, only God knows what that man is and where he's at and what kind of treaties he's done with the government. But he's been one step ahead of everybody. I'll tell you that. We are all gods. Yeah, the Magical Wand Show. How you been? How's life been treating you? How has La Vida Loca been treating you, Amber Bueno? Huh? What's up, EGA Tricks? What's up, my boy? EGA Tricks. It's in the game. Big brother is watching. I wouldn't doubt it, man. I almost took off my show right now. I almost bleeped it out. And I got good stuff right now. I'm on my iPad. The Chinese are watching. Very psychedelic. Yeah, that's right. Fucking with those mushrooms, huh? Psychedelic is right. You know? Well, you know, one thing I do know about Don MAYO, he's very religious, though, I'll tell you that much. Very religious man. He's built a lot of things, you know? Yeah, John Gotti did pay the Aryan Brotherhood money for protection. He actually got beat up by them. He got socked up by the AB. A lot of people don't know that story. Charles Manson tried to join the Aryan Brotherhood, but they didn't want him. Not after what he did to that lady and the baby inside of her. They didn't want that fool. You know? Right now, what Mexico needs is stability. And once again, the man's word, the man who, you know, gives the most stability, you know, is Don MAYO. And a lot of people don't like that. You know, the only thing I have a problem with Don MAYO is this. You know, you can't turn in people and expect everyone to be okay with it. You know, the game is the game. Let the cops do their job and you do yours. But some people don't believe in that, and that's what it is. Especially nowadays, you know. Nowadays you have so many people, you know, working with the cops and doing deals with the cops. Oh, that guy Smiley? Damn. That's all bad. But I don't know how you did a tattoo on Manson. He's a SNY. He's a walk alone. You know, but maybe he did, maybe he didn't. My uncle was in prison with Manson at one time. So was mine. My uncle, I'll give you guys, you want to hear a quick story about Manson. So my uncle and them were with Manson on death row. And when they would walk Manson down to tier, the cops, they would make you turn around. And my uncle said that he just couldn't do it. He had to look at this guy, and he said he turned around to look at him. And he said he didn't you know, feel scared or anything, but he did feel some kind of weird energy. And that night he kind of had a nightmare. He said that kind of sucked. But that's all he really said about them. Break down los pelones. You know, the pelones, look, they're just a group of guys hired out as mercenaries. You know, not to give them too much credit, not to talk about them as much as people think they are. They're just a group of mercenaries. You know, just like any other group of mercenaries, you know, looking to get a paycheck and stuff like that. A lot of people make them sound like some elite group, like, you know, like the Anthrax, you know, or Los Charritos, but they're not. No, they're just another group, you know, another group out there trying to make some money. You know, and they're definitely trying to do their job, I'll tell you that much, guys. I hope you guys like that video I put out today. How many of you guys like that video? Let me get a thumbs up. Let me get a thumbs down who liked that video. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, he was. He was an MK Ultra. You know, I was telling someone I know the other day that Manson was a product of the government. Were the Anthrax trained by special forces guys? I believe that some of them had some training from special forces, don't get me wrong. Later on in life they got, you know, training, but you gotta understand something about special forces. They'll train anybody for the right amount of money. You know? They'll train anybody for the right amount of money. You know, that's something they did. They got trained, you know. Special forces, you get just about anyone to train you for the right amount of money. How about Los Scorpions? Yeah, the Scorpions weren't bad. The Scorpions were gothic groups. You know, the Scorpions, if anybody knows, the Gothic was they're an aerial force especiales, you know, which is like airborne rangers. And when Old Cid Cardenas was in power, he asked the government for some bodyguards, and that's what the government gave him. They gave him their best of the best, and the Gothic is the best of their best. And you know, the Scorpions and all them, they were crazy. Maddie, what's up? You know, and that's the truth on those guys. Yeah, the Ariano Felix were the first real organization to have those type of veterans, Wolf Slayer. You know, my dad was one of them over there. You know, all these guys were Vietnam jungle trained in jungle warfare. You know, like right now, there's a big flux of ex-Iraqi war veterans, Afghanistan veterans who are in Mexico. So 100% Wolf Slayers are correct. You know, that's for damn sure. A lot of these guys are ex-military, and they're making their money. You know, that's one thing they are. They're making their money, guys. Yeah, a lot of them are. A lot of the Iraqi freedom, older guys between the ages of 40 and 50 years old are over there right now. You know, they're in Mexico working for Jalisco, working for, you know, a lot of them work for El Cartel de Juarez, you know, the old Gulf cartel. And, you know, it's close to home for them, close to close to San Antonio, close to Texas. So yeah, Calibis too. Yeah, there's a bunch of Calibis down there, you know. And they're definitely doing what they got to do, the Calibis, you know. But it is what it is, guys. All right, guys, your boy OG Black. Just wanted to check in with you guys tonight. Give you a little heads up, give you a little in knowledge, you know. I'm going to start working on the channel, get it moving again. Hope you guys liked, you know, the video I put out today. I gave you guys some information. You know, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Share the video if you can with your friends. Let them know your boy OG Black's out and he's back. I hope you guys have a good night, and I'm out.